Hey everyone, alright, so this video, get ready because I make coffee and I'm not gonna lie, I did not do my research before doing this. And so a lot of this is just improvised with base minimal research, so you know, if you watch it and you're like, wow, Marcus doesn't know what he's doing. That's why, please cut me a break. But also too, because this is a little bit of a longer video, I know some people might just be interested in kind of hearing like what's up project-wise, and so here's a timestamp, that's where you can go and you can skip past most of the coffee stuff because it's long. Enjoy! Okay, so in order to pull this kind of off, we're going to be following a couple of steps here that I kind of looked up online on how to use a toaster oven because I don't actually have a proper coffee roaster here. So we're going to be preheating the oven to 475 to about 500 degrees Fahrenheit, and then I'm going to be putting the beans in there, going to let them sit for like 10 to 15 minutes. You're supposed to hear a couple of popping noises. And then once that's all done, then I gotta remove it and then put it into some giant metal pan to take off all the shells of the beans. And then after that, just gotta watch out for a bunch of smoke because there's gonna be a lot of smoke apparently. So I'm gonna be doing this outside. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is spread out the beans onto this baking tray right here. I've got a blend from Papua New Guinea. I don't really know what I'm doing here, so I'm just gonna kind of spread it out and then we'll go from there. So I'm only using half first because I assume I'm going to mess up, and then that way I haven't just completely blown all my load on the first run. So I tried to spread it out as evenly as possible, just so that they actually roast as evenly as possible, but we will see how this one turns out. We're outside now. That's preheating, and then I'm gonna stick this in, and then I got all my stuff right here when that's ready. The damn wind blew all my beans around. Now they're not even anymore. Okay, I think that's gonna be as good as it's going to be. Oh great, let's put this. Woo! Okay, so the beans are in the oven, and now we just have to wait for 10 to 15 minutes. We're gonna be listening for that first pop, and then I guess the second pop, and then I'll pull those bad boys out. So things are literally popping off in there, and the color has really changed. It's a lot darker now, and I'm not sure if you can kind of see it, but there's definitely smoke, so I'm glad that I'm doing this outside, not inside, because otherwise my house would stink. Otherwise it kind of just smells like popcorn right now. All right, time to pull these bad boys out of here. Okay, I'm gonna try and attempt to do this. This is gonna be fucking wild. Okay. Ooh. Just gotta shake off the chaff. This definitely did not roast evenly. Hang on. You can see that definitely some of it roasted a little bit more darker than the rest of it, but let's go. It'll be alright. Coffee beans are all roasted. You can't really see it because there's not that many in there, but we're gonna turn it into a coffee. And into a coffee, words hard, but we're gonna grind up the beans in here and then we're going to be putting it in here. And I hear the water boiling, so I'm gonna be back in a second. You know, I didn't even introduce my friend here. This is Arya. Say hi. Nice. Yeah, he's gonna be doing it. We're gonna do this kind of like the Pepsi Cola challenge where I've got a McDonald's coffee here, and then we're going to be seeing how terrible my home brew is.
Blind taste test.
Yes, so first thing we gotta do is actually grind this shit up, so let's do that. I don't know how much I'm supposed to pour in here, so I'm just gonna eyeball it. It smells really good.
I feel like we've done this before in an elementary school science project.
Have we?
It's to filter.
But that was to clean the water we're making coffee. And also too, those projects did not work out. The water was not clean. Oh, there we go, it's dripping.
Yeah.
Okay, gotta let it filter through.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a very slow process, but it's filling up.
The color looks good.
It looks not very dark.
Oh yeah, I'm used to making tea, so if this was tea, it would look good.
That's slightly concerning. I hope at least this is mildly interesting to watch me do.
I hope it's mildly
delicious.
tasty. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Mildly delicious. Without even, I guess delicious implies that it's not mild. It's like
more than mildly
just
delicious,
more than
not just to imply that it's like all right.
Mildly delicious.
Well, what does Lucky Charms say?
Magically.
Magically.
Magically delicious Lucky Charms cereal, part of a good breakfast.
Okay, that might have been what I was thinking about it. My mind just kind of.
Delicious is more than delicious is like high praise.
Yes.
So it can't be mildly delicious. It's like saying mildly excellent. It doesn't really make sense.
Well, it could be like, cause if we're talking like tiers, there's like the good tier, the excellent tier. But then in the excellent
Mildly
tier,
excellent.
mild would be just in the middle, or you're picking up what I'm putting down.
I kind of see what you're saying, but I feel like for normal conversation, that's not how it goes.
I guess. Okay, so we've got not even half, like a third, but we're gonna give the test anyways. So we're comparing it to this lovely McDonald's coffee as kind of like a control thing, because if I've learned anything from my degree, always you need a control group. And so I'm gonna go into the other room and I'm going to pour one of them into the dog cup and one of them into the rooster cup. And Arya here and myself are going to compare and contrast, and I'm curious to see which one. This is gonna be so bad. I'm sorry.
Hey, well, I feel like it'll be easy to tell which is which, but whether yours ends up being worse or much worse.
Wow, we're not gonna set the bar high. I appreciate that about you.
is what we gotta figure out.
All right, let me go do this.
All right.
You ready to try this? And let me know what you think.
Yeah.
You don't drink black coffee, so this is gonna be interesting.
No, typically I go for 2 creams, 3 sugars.
Jesus. Diabetes.
No. 1 cream, 1 sugar.
Okay, that's not too bad. All right, which one do you want to start?
Oh, no, 1 cream, 1 Splenda.
Splenda. Wow, look at you. So
yeah.
healthy. Okay, which one do you want to
Trying to
try
make the
first?
change. I'll go for the dog first. I
Okay.
guess.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ready to swap?
Swap it up.
Okay. Thoughts?
Okay, I think the rooster is your coffee.
Okay. So that would be a.
How did that happen?
I don't know. Magic. So you think that's the arrangement?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Why?
It's difficult to describe the taste. I feel like this one is a little bit
Nastier.
not nastier actually.
Okay.
Not nastier, to be honest. It just tastes a little bit less artificial.
Less artificial?
Yeah, a little bit less artificial
I need
because
to try this again.
yeah. I feel like the after has a bit more of an aftertaste than this one, but it's not a bad aftertaste. It's coffee.
It is coffee.
Yeah.
I will give you that.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready to know if you got it or not? Mm-hmm. You are correct.
Okay.
No, I did pour my coffee into this one.
Yeah.
And I poured the McDonald's into the
Yeah.
dog cup.
I thought at first like the temperature would give it away, but they're pretty much around the same.
That's why I only poured like this much.
Yeah. No, the cup.
Yeah.
The cup.
All right. So which one do you want to finish?
Well, can I get a cream and a sugar?
I can get you some sugar. I don't know if I have cream here. Everyone in my family's like this.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I can get you some sugar now. Cheers.
Cheers.
He gets to have the very first coffee I ever made. Hopefully it gets better from here, but you know, we'll see how it goes. It's gonna take
It's a
some
good starting point.
Oh boy, that was fun. So it's funny how this whole thing came to fruition, because it was literally like I was just having a conversation with one of my friends and she was like, we should open a coffee shop when we get old. And I was like, huh. At first it was a joke, but then when we actually started working on a business plan model, then it was like, oh, this is kind of interesting actually. And hence why I kind of looked into doing more things with coffee. I don't know. This is just a start. We'll see where it goes. So lots kind of happened over this last month. Clearly I'm back home. I'm not in school anymore. Just for the summertime though. I'm gonna be back in September. Ooh. Time flies, it's already mid-May. A lot of things have kind of happened over this last month. It's been a lot of ups, a lot of downs. Kind of weird space for me, to be completely honest with you. But one thing that I've just kind of been reflecting on lately is someone said to me, like, you know, like, are you doing things that you want to do just to kind of torture yourself because you enjoy kind of like going through the motions of hurt and what have you? And it was a very interesting thing, and I guess it's kind of why it stuck with me and why I'm talking about it now, because it's kind of a weird cycle that people kind of get into where they're just like, I'm just gonna keep on doing things. But at the same time, like, I think it's important to kind of confront what that thing is, because generally speaking, instead of just kind of running away from things and kind of avoiding it, it's interesting to kind of do what's scary. And once again, I've always said that, like, if something's scary, that probably means it's really important to you in some sort of sense or some sort of level. This doesn't make any much and I guess that's my advice for the day, you know, if something's scary, that probably means it's important. But actually, if you enjoy listening to me give advice for whatever reason, I did a fun little guest spot for a podcast called Mic'd Up Toronto, where I actually gave advice with a couple of my friends because apparently I'm qualified to do that. Not really, but that's okay. I think that comes out on the Sunday, which May 26th. I really hope I got that day right. I'm gonna have to check my calendar. But yeah, check them out because I got to give some advice to some poor gentleman whose girlfriend crashed his car. Tough times. But speaking of podcasts, of course, there's my own podcast that I do with my buddies, Max and Dave. I've realized that I've never actually spliced in a clip about what the heck happens, so I'm gonna do that right now.
Alright, article number 2. 2 men, one disguised in a bull costume, allegedly tried to burn down ex-boyfriend's home with spaghetti sauce.
Wow.
Hang on a second. Like a bowl costume, like a bowl that you put cereal in?
No, not a... No, Marks, he did not dress up as a bowl of cereal. He dressed up like a bull. Like one of those, like a horn bull, an animal bull. Not a bowl of cereal. It would really suck if he dressed up as a bowl of Fruit Loops.
You know, I'm thinking of, so we're talking like a Chicago bowl, right?
Yeah, like a Chicago bowl.
Are we gonna let that one go?
A bowl of cereal.
You're a fucking moron.
As soon as you started laughing, I was like, oh no, what have I done?
Having a jolly good old time, aren't we? Good God, that was so forced. The podcast is called Absurdist News. We put out episodes every single Wednesday, and it's a lot of fun. I have a great time recording it. I have a great time editing it as well because I have to re-listen to it all over again, and I'd recommend it. We're also kind of branching out and reaching out to other podcasts and trying and grow our market a little bit more, so stay tuned for that. If you have any podcasts that you think might be interesting, then leave it in the comment section down below because I'm trying to expand my horizons and make some sort of network and kind of understands what works, what doesn't work on that whole medium platform thing. I'm a Bob. Yeah, I guess that's kind of an update on my end of things. I mean, I'm just kind of like juggling work right now, so it's a time.
Whoops, it's me from the future. I'm also doing a 5K for the Heart and Stroke Foundation, and I didn't realize that I have a minimum amount that I need to raise in order to do this 5K. And so I've included a link in the description for this guy, but if you can donate, even if it's like $5, then that would be super fantastic because I want to do the run, but I forgot that I needed to raise money. But if not, no pressure at all, just wanted to throw that out there, just in case, because this would be super helpful. All right, back to video.
Anyways, I want to hear your thoughts, what you think about this whole coffee thing. If you know any tips, some hot takes on how I did my coffee, then leave a comment down below. I do kind of want to get better, and like I feel like that's one of those like goals at the end, like, ooh, that'd be really cool, like have a coffee shop. I don't know, now I'm just kind of like thinking ahead and way into the future, and here we are. That's cool. Well, anyways, I guess I'll see you in the next 2 months because apparently that's how often I'm uploading these things. But thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys next time.